Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Julius DeBerry with Majestic Studios, and I'm back today with another tutorial video for the Korg Nautilus. Question popped up on the Facebook group the other day asking about ways to switch the Leslie, the spinning control, the spinning mechanism in the Leslie for the organs. They were trying to take it away from the modulation wheel, the joystick, pushing it up like we've always done for years. They wanted to be able to switch it to a foot pedal. So I wanted to do a quick video and show how that process works, or what exactly has to happen in order for that to work. So first off, you have to have a pedal. Sustain pedal is going to be your best bet, making sure that you can change the polarity on them so you can make sure it matches however you have your keyboard set as far as the polarity on the sustain pedal. Alright, then the next thing you want to do is you want to go into the global settings on your keyboard, and to do that you go to mode and then you push global. Then from here you're going to go to push page to bring up the global menu, and you're going to go to controllers. Now right here at this section there's a option here that says foot switch assign, and there's another that says foot switch polarity. So that foot switch polarity, you need to make sure, you may have to try it depending on the kind of pedal you have or how you have your set. You may have to try different options, but there's going to be a Korg standard option, and then there's that is going to show negative, and then the other option is going to show plus. So depending on your pedal and how you have your board set up, you'll need to figure out which one of those options you want to choose. One will work and the other one won't. So then the next thing you want to check is the foot switch assign. So foot switch assign, that foot switch modulation source, or a source of information that's being sent to the keyboard, you have to tell the keyboard where it's receiving that information from. So for us, we want that foot pedal that we have, we're going to put it into the switch port on the back of your keyboard, the back of your Nautilus. There are three options. One says pedal, one says switch, and one says damper. And you want to put this in, at least how I have mine set up, you want to put this in the port that says switch. So you put your sustain pedal in the port that says switch, and then on this menu here where it says foot switch assign, you're telling the keyboard, I want you to take foot switch information is going to come from foot switch CC82. Alright, and that's just a standard MIDI CC number of 82, and that's what's being sent to that port from your sustain pedal. So you put that to CC82, and then you can write global settings to save it. So you're going to push the drop down button here at the top, go to write global settings, and then push OK. Are you sure? OK. Now it's saved. Now the next thing you need in order for this to work is you need an organ sound. So I just pulled up the Bank B number 25 CX3 organ 888 SW1. Yeah, the SW1 is just giving us a hint that there's some type of modulation or some type of change in the sound that happens when you push the SW1, the switch button. So I'll push that just so you guys can hear it. Alright, so you hear that effect that changed with the press of that button. So let's see what happens if we push the modulation wheel up, and we'll play that same chord. And you notice there is a the Leslie goes from slow to fast, and then it goes back from fast to slow again. And that is right now the way that we change the speed of the Leslie using the keyboard. And you could also see on the keyboard there's a visual feedback at the top here, and actually on the Leslie graphic, that shows you which mode it's in at that given moment. Alright, right, so you guys see that. Now, how do we change it? Now, here's the fun part. So in order to change it from where we can do it, we're using the switch to our, not the switch, but the modulation wheel or the joystick to our pedal that we plugged into the switch port. We're going to go to page. And right here on the side, we have the common parameters that we can change for the program. But what we want to do is we want to go to the special parameter changes for the CX3 engine. So we're going to push CX3 right here, and then we're going to go to amp VC rotary. So you push that button, and you have your amplification, or however the settings are for that. Those parameters are in this screen. And then you have the well, that says amp, and then the vibrato and the chorus settings are all on this screen. That's a part of the CX3 engine. But then here we have the rotary speaker. So we're going to push this button right down here at the bottom, and open up the rotary speaker. So if you see all the rotary speaker controls are here, you can change how fast the top horn is spinning, how fast the bottom horn is spinning, the distance from the microphone. There's all kind of changes that you can make to the sound. But the one that we want to look for is right here on the right, and it says mode and speed. So what we're going to do is where it says speed switch, slow, we're going to go right here to the modulation source. Right now it's set on CC01, which is the classic modulation CC control for modulation. When you push the joystick wheel up, it's normally automatically mapped to CC01 for modulation. But we want to change it from joystick plus Y, which is moving the joystick up, to, we want to change it to, where is it? We want to change it to foot switch, and that there is foot switch CC number 82, just like we set in our global settings. Remember, that's where the keyboard is receiving the foot switch messages from, CC82 from foot switch. So we're going to we're going to choose foot switch here. And once we do that, now when I push this foot pedal, you'll see this rotary speaker fast change from fast to slow. You see that? Because now that's where it's getting its information from to change. That's the modulation source now for that Leslie speaker. So let's listen to it. All right, so that's the way you change it within the CX3 engine. But there's one more thing I want to show you. I doubt many people are using the Rompler version of organs now that we have this great organ, what do you call it? When we have this great organ simulation in our keyboard. But just in case someone is using the regular organs, the Rompler version of the organs, I'm going to show you one more thing. So if you go into the page and then you go to iFX, and this particular organ has a rotary speaker overdrive effect on it. I just want to show you guys something. It's not very audible, but I'm just going to show you where it would be if you have a Leslie rotary speaker effect assigned inside your organ and you're not using the CX3 engine. You go to insert effect and you see that rotary speaker is the first effect. So you go to the effects where you can change the effects parameters, and the first effect slot is, of course, the rotary speaker overdrive. Well, that same source is here. See, it says JS plus Y. I'm going to make it where you guys can hear it. Let's just see if we can hear what it sounds like. So I'm going to go turn off the rotary speaker here, and let's see. You see it's off, so it's not doing anything. Let me turn it back on and make sure. Okay, got you. So we're going to turn that off. You turn that rotary speaker off right there on this left-hand side of the rotary speaker parameters within the CX3 engine. So we're going to now go back to our insert effects. So we're going to go back out, go to page, go to iFX. We're back on that organ, and let's see. So this organ, the overdrive effect is still tied to JS plus 1. So let's just see what happens. You hear that? The shake started. It's on now. We're going to turn it back to slow. fast, slow. All right, we're going to change it the exact same way. We're going to go to the source, speed switches on slow. We're going to go to JS plus Y, and we're going to go to looking for foot switch CC82 again. There it is. Foot switch, and let's see, play a chord. So I'm going to push this joystick up and let's see what happens. Nothing happens, but when we hit this sustain pedal that's attached to CC02 foot switch, CC82 foot switch. You hear the difference? All right. So now you guys know how to go in and change modulation sources from using your joystick to a sustain pedal or foot switch. So just remember, go into global mode, change the foot switch assign so the keyboard knows where that information is coming from. It's coming from your sustain pedal. The sustain pedal has to be in the port on the back of the keyboard that says switch. Now, if you have a regular piano sustain pedal still, you would just put that in its normal slot. But for this specific purpose, you want to have one plugged into, and you can have them both plugged up at the same time, and they're doing two different things. One will be sustaining your sounds, and the other one will be controlling whatever parameters you have assigned to foot switch CC82. And you can go in and instead of having just it done for every sound in the keyboard, everything that's you don't want to change your modulation source to always be CC82. You just want it to be just for your organs, based on the question that was asked. So you go into global mode, change that foot switch assign to CC82, and then in each individual organ program or combi that you make and use, you just go in and you go into the CX3 engine, or you go into the IFX and you change the modulation source from JS plus Y, which is the joystick being pushed up, to change it to foot switch CC82. All right, I hope that helps you guys. Please, if you like the content, if you enjoy getting this kind of information, please like the videos, share the videos, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and share the videos. I love making them. Just help me out with that if you guys don't mind. I hope this helps, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.